Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shauna. This is the It's Baby One Bun channel where we do everything Sims 4 from building to Let's Plays and all of that good stuff. Today we have another build and our build today consists of 3 houses on one lot. Yes, 3 houses on one lot, and it's still in the fairies. We are still doing fairy builds, and these are 3 different fairy homes. Now, for each fairy home, I already have a particular sim family in mind for each of them, except this one that we are currently building. Now, I know I've said multiple times that I will not be building on these angles anymore, and I lied. I lied because I continue to do it, and I don't know why I do it, but I continue to do it. So this build right here is on an angle, and I'm not sure why I did it because every time I do it, I have a problem. But moving forward, I am doing these builds cohesively, so like they belong in the same like vicinity, meaning like the same owner owns them, so the houses look very similar to each other, but they do have their little differences. And this get together wallpaper or like outside paper was perfect. It gives Fairy Village. It's like, I'm just obsessed with how versatile this pack has been to me. Like, adding in other packs has made this pack 10 times better. And I've been noticing it with a whole bunch of different packs as well. Not only get together, I'm talking werewolves, I'm talking horse ranch. Like, all of them are have been cohesively like integrated with each other, and it has been so good for me, especially with building all these fairy builds. And so these builds are lit to the max. Like, the lighting on these builds are completely different from any other world that we have gotten. And it was honestly irritating at first. I'm not even gonna lie, because this lighting right here is way too bright. So like, stuff was looking a certain way during this light versus the other light, and it was just getting on my nerves. But if you get in the end, it actually looks pretty, so I'm just gonna suck it up. And each build, as you can see, has the same kind of vibe going on, but they are slightly different, and you can feel the difference, which is what I was going for. I skipped a lot of the landscaping, and I did that because this build is just a big lot. It's a huge lot, and it's just hard for me to add in all of the landscaping plus the interior of each. And I think each of these bedrooms are so detailed and stuff like that, and it's just like harder to continue to make these longer videos. And I don't even know if you guys actually enjoy them. Please let me know down below if you actually enjoy longer videos. Like, I'm genuinely like asking because I think I like filming shorter videos. And if you guys like longer videos, I'll keep them long. But I'm about to just do more shorter kind of content. And here I am playing with the light again because it looks so weird to me. It's like foreign. But I do add this little pond, which is so, so cute. I do go in and add in a whole bunch of greenery, which took me forever to do. But there's a house on the hill up here that is for a single sim. And he's just all alone essentially. And he does a lot of, you know, gardening and whatnot. Everything that came with the pack essentially. He is not a fairy either. Um, Now this build is going to be for my Enchanted by Nature Let's Play. I feel like I've been talking about this in every single build because every single build is going to be a part of it. And so we are just, adding in some landscaping right now. I think this is the only portion of the video where I do add landscaping. And these rocks like came in so perfectly. It like just, ooh, it just is cohesive, and I'm just feeling it completely. But like I was saying, each of these builds are catered to a specific family, and I'll talk more in depth about the family once we start going in. But I do have the little house on the hill, and then the 2 houses on the bottom. One has a basement like floor, and I love how that turned out as well. Like, just the whole this pack, oh my god. I feel like I've been saying the same thing over and over again, but it's truly so good when it comes to the building portion. Like, I'm enjoying building with this pack so much. Granted, I'm starting to get tired because I feel like I'm just building fairy after fairy after fairy. But it's been so good to me, honestly. And I'm just obsessed with these. Like, for this first house here that we are looking at currently, it is going to be for a son who is a young adult and a mother who is currently pregnant with somebody, baby. The Enchanted by Nature Let's Play, we will cut into that, and then her mother, so like the grandmother, so a grandmother, a mother, and her unborn kid plus her young adult son. And you guys, when I tell you this whole entire Enchanted by Nature Let's Play is so in depth, and I am going to be doing a, what is it called again? Crossover. What is that called? Like transitional Let's Plays, meaning I won't just be playing with one family. I will be, integrating into the other families as well. And so we'll get to know everybody's story. Here we are going into this first home for the people I just said it was for. And these angles, y'all, like I keep doing it to myself. And I keep saying at every build, oh, I'm not going to do it next time. I'm not going to do it next time. And look at me doing it again and again and again. Building on an angle is way too hard. It's the fact that stuff doesn't snap right. Stairs can't be put a certain way. It's just a pain, okay? And I just keep doing it to myself for real. So right now we're just working on the kitchen for this part of the build. And essentially it's going to be kind of like more on the nudist side. I think I do change out the swatches eventually. But this family is oriented by like yellow colors, so a lot of their stuff are gonna be yellow. Their wings, I'm pretty sure, are yellow and orange. And I do that for each of these families. So right now we're just going in, cluttering up the counters because I think the grandmother is not a fairy for this one. And, she's gonna need an actual kitchen to cook in. And I feel like grandmothers always are just cooking something anyway. So we're just cluttering up the kitchen some more. And I do like how the living room turned out on this one. I think I do have it on more so of a bluer side than a blue orange, not blue orange, blue yellowish side. And these curtains are just, they have been doing me justice every time. Like they're just perfect. And so I do go in here. I'm pretty sure I had a shelf. This build has been like done a while ago. I just have not sat down to actually edit it. And I feel like I've done that with so many of my builds. Like everything is already recorded. It's just about like taking all the time to actually sit down, edit, and do the voiceovers and stuff like that. This build took me about, I would say, 7 hours ish, but it was like throughout different days. And I enjoyed how it came out. I'm not too mad about it. The only person's house that I feel like I didn't really create a storyline for would have been the one on the hill. Like it was harder for me to do his house because I honestly didn't have an idea for him. Like he's just there as an extra for real. But here I am going into the living room now, trying to pick the correct wallpaper. And I do stick with this yellow one here, adding in a heater and some nice chairs. But also, I was trying to figure out how to not repeat the same things over and over again, like using the same rugs and stuff like that. This couch right here came from the paranormal stuff pack, and this is what I mean by a lot of the items we have in game already. It's just fitting perfectly with this pack for real. Like that couch screams Enchanted by Nature for real. Like if you would have told me that that came with this pack, I would have believed you for real. And it just fits in so well. And now I'm just cluttering this area up. That's gonna be like their little dining area. I did create like a little walkway, as you can see there. So like it's like a double door kind of thing. And the grandmother's not bathroom, the grandmother's room is downstairs, and the bathroom is located upstairs. I just feel like this build was kind of small, and that behind the stairs area is so hard to actually create something out of it. So I honestly think I left it alone. If anything, I made the upstairs one a bathroom. And so here I'm just trying to choose a bed. Like I was saying before, I don't want to keep using the same exact items. I want it to feel different for every single build. But it was just it's kind of tedious, just a tad bit, because you do want to use the fairy stuff to give it that enchanted by nature vibe, but you also want it to have its own little feel. And I feel like I did that perfectly throughout a lot of my builds. It has been working for me to add in a whole bunch of stuff and then start removing bits and pieces. Like if you get what I'm saying or not. Um, but I'm adding in certain elements that I think will go good together, and then I'm just deleting everything else that I feel like is not really doing us justice in these rooms. And I do like that if you place one of those new plants too high, the game would tell you that it is too high and won't be functional. And I found that really interesting because they also did that with the windows from the high school years. Like there's a window that we got where you're able to climb out of it if it has like a certain kind of height level and if you have the ladder or something like that under it. And if not, the game would also tell you that it's not functional. And I really like that little detail that they have there because, you know, playtesting stuff is is hard. Like I wouldn't say it's hard, but like it's just tedious. Like having to make sure that they can do everything or anything that you put in is like it's pretty annoying, honestly. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I do forget of a lot to actually playtest my builds. But for this one, I did playtest it and it will be up on the gallery working. I'll have my gallery name up on the screen. I'm not sure if it's still It's Baby Bun Bun or if it's just Baby Bun Bun. So I'll have it listed on the screen to which one it is. Right now, we are creating the mother's room and her unborn babies area. And so essentially, this is her little area. The crib, I like that wallpaper for nurseries and kid bedrooms. Like, I feel like it's just perfect. I have yet to create a kid's bedroom, and I will be able to do so with one of the other families that we have. But I just like how like cozy or storytelling it is. I do wish that for this pack they would have included more whimsical elements for like the kids and stuff like that. Like we could have had a pony type of decal for their bedroom or one of those like little stickers that go on the walls. We have a lot of them from the animals. What do you call that pack? Oh my god. But the whole pack, cats and dogs, there it is, cats and dogs. We have a lot of stickers from there, along with cottage living. So I just assumed that they would have created like a unicorn decal or something like that. But it is what it is. It ended up being a very cutesy little room. I definitely see it as being functional. It is adorable, and I cannot wait to actually start playing with each of these, people's stories. Here we go into the bathroom a little bit. I feel like I said this on my builds. I'm not a big fan of building bathrooms. They're honestly not my cup of tea for real, and that's okay. I've come to comps with it now. Like I was like asking you guys beforehand, did anybody else feel this way? But like I've come to comps with it. I'm not the greatest bathroom builder, and as we move forward, I hope that I'll get better. But honestly, it's just a bathroom. Like it's literally just a bathroom. This little area is going to have a desk in it. We do add in the new, what is it called? Bookshelf. And I find this bookshelf so cute. It's just really big. Like, and for a lot of my builds, I'm kind of building in a smaller section or smaller areas. And so I do have to size it down a lot. This area right here is just going to be another, I think they call it a powder room when you only have a tub, not a tub, when you only have a toilet and a sink. Moving into the basement, these glass walls, I am obsessed. I love the fact that they actually did glass walls now. I use them a lot more than I thought that I would. So I'm pretty happy about how it turned out, honestly. So we do go in, add the glass wall in. I do end up painting the outside of my room in the basement black, and I feel like it just fits better inside of the basement darkness. Like it doesn't stand out as just drywall. And this is going to be a bedroom for the young adult son that she has. And his room is very much so bright and yellow, and it's just giving fashionista. Like he is really like him for real. Like when I tell you he's one of my favorite characters, and I feel like that's because he's just unapologetically himself, and he just eats every time. Like even his outfits are mad cute. Like he's giving, honestly. So I wanted it to still feel like he was, transitioning from a teen to a young adult. And so we still have a lot of his teen stuff in here. And I feel like I kind of wanted that vibe for the whole thing, honestly. So like everybody that we're going to be like mainstreaming has that feel in their room where it's just like they have their old teen stuff along with some new adult stuff. And so I enjoyed putting his little makeup situation on his desk and cluttering it up a little bit. I do go in and add those lights over the bed that we got from high school years, and I just felt like it just screams him. Like it screams Ash for real. That's his name. And so I have never used this little wall art thing here, and I find it so cute. Like it's so much clutter and so much it's just a good item in general, and I have never used it. I have never even seen it. And so using it in here was perfect. We added his little pom-poms here cuz of course he was on the cheer team. Like he is just one of my favorites for. And then we create his little bathroom. I think I like his bathroom the most, and I would say that of course because of the glass wall. But I'm just copying and pasting from upstairs for real. Nothing too crazy. It's the same concept basically. And I do think I add a washer and a dryer if I'm not mistaken. And I forgot to do that in a few of these builds. So eventually we'll have to add that in because I do have hampers in most of these homes. And so we're just going in, adding in some more clutter, of course. If you are still here, I would love for you to comment down below and just tell me, have you guys been enjoying the pack for real? Or have you guys found other things that are wrong with the pack, like, or stuff you don't like about the pack? Because I feel like because I haven't actually played the gameplay yet, I can't really speak to all of the stuff or all of the items for real or all of the gameplay. I can't really give like a full review, but we are moving on. This is our second house on this build. And for this one in particular, it is for a family of, we think, family of four. And we have a mother, a grandmother again, and then two children. Well, they're not children since they're young adults. They just became young adults. And they are very much so on the darker side of the, fairy realm. And so a lot of their rooms are black and like orange, and oh my goodness, these color schemes that I came up with have been super super cute. Like I'm just obsessed with this family as well. And for them, of course, their colors are more so orange, and that means that their wings are also more on the orange spectrum. Now, their grandmother does sell plants, and I put a little stand out there if you couldn't tell, like behind this kitchen area. I put a stand out there. She does have a pizza oven, I think, or a waffle maker, something along the lines of that. And that's essentially because, in the morning she will sell items, and you could do the yard sale on this lot. I was gonna do or run a small business from this lot, but because of the fact that I wanted it to be more so of a rental, it ended up like saying that I couldn't do both the rental and the small business on the same lot. So I just created it so that you can do yard sales with her, and that's what we're gonna do. She's gonna end up selling pizza and the plants that are out there. And I just feel like she is one of those people you just go to for those weird type of plants. Like I know there's a mood plant or something like that where you can harvest stuff and electricity. I feel like she would have that. You would just have to ask her or like yeah, have a special code or whatever so she could give that to you. But here we are going in, we are just adding in a whole bunch of plants. The grandmother for this family is a plant lover. She's obsessed with them. She like they're her everything. Those are her babies, okay? And so we do go in and add a lot of plants in hers, and as you can see on the railing, there's plants going up there. But this peachy kind of orange is just, oh my goodness, to die for. Like I'm obsessed with the way this came out. For the mother, she is going through some issues, okay? She is a known addict and her family knows it. They still love her, of course, but she wasn't the mother that they needed her to be, essentially. So they were raised by their grandmother. And I don't know if they resent her for real. We would have to actually, dabble in the gameplay to know that. But her room is going to be on this floor as well, along with the son's room. And I was just adjusting the settings real quick. But her room is downstairs and she honestly does not come home. Their mom is off doing God knows what with God knows who, and she's just not there. And I feel like she's just going through a whole bunch of different stuff in her head, and they've accepted it. They know their mom. She's been like that for years. So for her room, I didn't really clutter it up as much because it's honestly like she's not there for real. And so here I'm going in the kitchen. This little shelf area or like the cabinet was, like, perfect to be, like, a little pantry. So I took some of the stuff we got in that, other kitchen, I don't think it was a pack. I think it was a stuff no, it wasn't a stuff a kit. It was a kit. I took some of that stuff and put it, like, there so it could be, like, a little pantry type thing. I do end up putting these chairs here. I don't think I keep the chairs here in the actual like the one I'm gonna upload because I don't think they could get around it. I think they have trouble. Right now we are moving into the son's room. Like I said before, they are very much so darker kind of people. So a lot of black was used for them, but we still kept the orange because that's their family's colors and that's their little traditional like symbol. Like how back in the day people had their like families had their own like little arcs and stuff. So like they had their own color scheme and their own I don't want to say mascot, but they had these things where like it was designated to each family. So when you saw it, you know that that family had or owned such and such. So that's kind of like what these colors represent for real. And here I am just adding in a whole bunch of decor for him. This becomes the mother's room, like I was saying before. And we don't add much in here. It's simple, plain, to the point. That's about it. Like we add in a dresser, of course, a mirror, a candle. That's about it. Like their mom's not home enough to actually have stuff laying around or just anything additional to what they have. And the grandmother definitely checks the room a lot because she does not accept certain behaviors in her house. She is one of those grandparents where this is her home and you cannot just do whatever you want to do. Like you live here under her roof, you follow all of her rules. And so I feel like she definitely checks the room very often to make sure the mom's not bringing in anything she's not supposed to. Up here is another bedroom for lovely the girl that's going to be up here. Now she is the younger sibling essentially. Her name is Willow and her room is also pretty dark, but we do have all the orange touches like I keep saying. Do we add in a table? I'm not sure if we do, but that space looks like it would be for like a little table, so I'm pretty sure I put something in there in the corner. And I think I do give her that firm press thing. She is honestly just the greatest. I think besides my main sim, she's my favorite one. And I would say that because she is just so wholesome. Like You can tell that she loves what she does. You can tell that she's just a good person and wants to see everybody, succeed and stuff like that. And her room came out spectacular. I love it. I just like how dark, like the whole contrast between the black and orange is just so good. We do go in here and add in a few details, but I did not add in the mirror yet. And I wanted to make sure that she had a mirror, especially because, looks are definitely a part of her thing as well. She wants to make sure she always looks good. And I give it to her because, girl, she does. She does. She eats every time too. And we do have the bathroom upstairs. Now, this bathroom I left in because we did add in all of the new items, meaning the tub, the sink, toilet, and shower that it all came with. And we ended up doing the little glass wall right here as well. And super cute. I love it. Um it's just it gives fairy, it gives the whole enchanted by nature. And I appreciate those walls. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's probably my favorite little update that they have ever done. And that's because it just creates these outdoor indoor kind of um vibes and spaces. Like eventually when I do get a house, I want that door that you could slide open so that your living room and the outdoor like patio or something could be like a indoor outdoor living kind of way. I want those so bad and I'm going to make sure that I have it when I get a house. Like I just appreciate stuff like that. And here I'm just trying to add like curtains, just essentially to be like if somebody is using the bathroom and they don't want their grandma seeing them, they could just close it. And for the grandmother's room, I was very indecisive of what I wanted. I wasn't sure what to do for her. In the end, it does turn out pretty good, and we still keep we push a yellow more so than an orange theme. And I feel like it works. It works for her. And I also ended up putting her in a orange, not orange, but like a yellow clothing. So it works. It works for her. Now, I know I have not been too consistent on my channel. I think I've not posted a video in like 2-ish weeks or something like that. And it's honest because, life is lifing and I have a new job that I'm starting soon. So I feel like once I get settled into like everything and start getting back into a routine, I would definitely be posting more. I want to post at least 2 to 3 videos a week. Not only the very veggie, but also the new Enchanted by Nature Let's Play. And I'm gonna call it Enchanted Roots. And y'all will see why when we start. But I also want to post builds on Sundays. So like builds with me Sunday kind of things. And I just feel like it will be beneficial for you guys along with me. I have so much fun creating these contents and just posting the side. I get to be creative with these stuff and it just makes me so happy to be able to share with you guys and for you guys to actually enjoy watching it. Here we go in. We're cluttering up the table that I put over here. That is a herb table, I think. I have never used it. A lot of the stuff in these games I've never actually played with, for real, so having it or putting it in along with starting the Enchanted by Nature gameplay is going to be so much fun. Like I'm just super excited. And we are now moving on to the third house on the hill. This one is also on an angle. It was harder to put in the ladder because stuff can't be like curved with it, if that makes sense. So like I can't put stairs on a diagonal, if that makes sense. We do go in here. I was gonna go for more of a darker kind of feel, but as I was placing it, I was like, maybe we could just add in like a fairy element. And so look, I raised up a little mirror, so like it's like a built-in kind of thing or kind of feel. And it was so cute. I'm gonna continue to do that because it like feels embedded, like it's like a mixture of a regular build plus the Enchanted by Nature. And I'm really feeling it. I put in an apothecary table as well over here. And I guess this sim is, into the he's into starting the apothecary journey of his, but he's not consistent. And I feel like that's because he has a full-time job doing something completely different that he doesn't want to do. Like, it's just he's just in one of those crossover spaces where he's trying to do his passion, but the bills still got to get paid somehow, some way. So he's been trying to get his skill up, but also working full time. I was debating all of these color schemes in this build. Like, I think I've changed the kitchen at least 4 times before I stuck to something. And I felt like it was because I was tired of seeing the same things. And essentially, I wanted it to feel less fairy and more like standard. So I do go in. This does become the final cabinet. I did skip all of that extra stuff, so yeah, I didn't have to watch all of that. But this is the final cabinets that we stick with, and we're just adding in a little more fairy clutter. This is what I mean by integrated. So I wanted it to feel like both, like he's a human, but he lives in a fairy world. Like, and I feel like this is perfect. These rugs that we got with the pack, I adore them so much. Like, I think I've used them in every single one of these not apartments, every single one of these houses that I've been doing. And it gives every time. And so we are moving upstairs. It's just an open area, honestly. And his room is just right up the ladder. Everything is there out and open. And his bathroom is upstairs as well. Now, like I said before, I did cut out a lot of the landscaping stuff, and it's because the video would have been 10 times longer if I did so. But it came out overall, these builds came out just the way I wanted them to be in my head, just the way I pictured. And all of this prep is just making me more and more excited to actually play. But in the screenshots, you guys will be able to see more of the landscaping that I did. And I just want you guys to enjoy the rest of your days. And thank you for watching my video on my channel and supporting me throughout the whole thing. This has been super duper fun so far. And I've been enjoying it more so than anything else. Creating these builds are stuff that I just used to do behind closed doors. And so now having the ability to really share with you guys all my wonderful creations has made a difference. And being able to just post has definitely changed my views for real. I just enjoy creating and enjoy having you guys watch and comment. And it has brought me a different type of joy, a different type of fulfillment. And I just appreciate all of you. So please enjoy the screenshots towards the end of the video. And if you stayed throughout the whole thing, thank you so, 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 so much. I appreciate you. And I would like you to have a good day. And that's about it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate it. That's it. Bye.